watch trucking videos on YouTube, but when I do, I watch Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack.
Hello everyone, this is Indiana Jack. We're in Lebec, California, on top of the Grapevine. And earlier this year I made a film about climbing Mount Eagle. And it was only about climbing Mount Eagle in Tennessee, not descending. And everybody sent me messages, well, why didn't you show going down the other side? Including my brother, who never watches this show. He just happened to see that one. That, and I have made a film in the past of climbing the Grapevine, but I've never made one going down the Grapevine or going down Mount Eagle. So this is the answer to those people that asked me that question. Why didn't I film going down there? Well, it was in the dark, and trust me, film in the dark just isn't any good. So this is the replacement to that, going down the Grapevine. Known as one of the steeper grades in the country. And one reason it makes it interesting, it's my first trip in California with the Swede, which is an I-shift, a Volvo I-shift. In fact, it's the first mega hill that I've ever gone down with it. Actually, I went down 2015 with an I-shift before, but I meant one that I actually own. So we're going to test it out and see if it really works. And we even have a friend right in front of us there. He just might want to follow us down. Now, here's my debate. Do I want to go down in automatic? Or do I want to go down in manual? I want to go down in manual. However, all the other Volvo owners with I-shift say, oh, you just set it. Yeah, just go down and you have a cup of coffee and a sandwich. And it'll take you right down the hill. But I don't believe them. So that's why I'm a little bit... Oh no, that cop has his lights on. He's not after us, but he caught a speeder. Yeah. He doesn't argue at all. He just pulls him right over. I told you he was our friend. So back to our story. I'm going to attempt going down this fully automatic, not manual. Now the other tricky part about it is, just like that highway patrol back there, they're all over this road. So if you go over 35, that's what they have the speed limit set for. They are on you just like that other cop was. So with Old Red, I could set my Jake on the highest setting with, I have 38,000 pounds. Boy, that's a nice truck, isn't it? I could set it at the highest setting and then just relax going down this grade. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if this Jake brakes hold us back. If this Jake brake holds us back as good as a Cummins. I'm a little bit prejudiced already. I don't really like this Jake brake as much. I've told you that in other films. So we're just going to relax. As soon you'll see all the signs that say beware, slow down, hysteria, all this. Here's the first one, truck speed, 45 mile an hour zone, radar enforced. By the way, we started at 4,200 feet. It's the second highest elevation on I-5, other than Mount Ashland, which I think beats it at 4,500 or maybe 4,300, I forget. You guys are the experts and you'll tell me. Our Rand McNally just reminded us that there is a grade ahead. Thank you, Rand. And I'm having trouble holding it at 45. We're going 50 in a 45 right now. My goal is to not have to apply the brakes at all. Because you want to save your brakes in case you really need them. For those of you who don't drive a truck and you're not familiar with what a Jake brake is, it's an engine brake using exhaust, and it holds you back using the engine itself, so you don't have to rely on your brakes. And now they want us to go 35 here, and the cops are usually hiding in all these trees over here. No joke. And we're going down at 35 now. It is so hard to keep it at 35. On more than one occasion, I've seen people smoke their brakes here. So we definitely don't want to do that. The Swede's doing pretty good. But this is where it really drops off. I mean, if you were on a roller coaster right now, film and video doesn't really do this good. I mean, it doesn't look as intimidating as it really is. And she just shifted down to 9th gear, all on her own. I didn't do anything. And when you have somebody in front of you that wants to go slower than you, then it really makes it even harder. Where most guys get their ticket here is when they try to go around a guy like this, then boom, the DOT officer comes out of nowhere and pulls you over. They don't want you to do that, but I have done it in the past. But this guy's going slow enough that, or fast enough that I'll live, I guess. And the brake is holding it fine at 35 miles an hour at 38,000 pounds. haven't touched the brakes once. And I'm not sure that the camera can see it, but that is the pounds of brake that we're pushing. Like if I push on the brakes, that little meter will go over, and that's how much pounds of pressure that the air is putting into the brakes. I would really feel more comfortable if this guy were going just about 5 miles an hour faster, because I don't like to be this close. So we're going to actually apply the brakes. And see that going up there? So that gives us a little space. We're in 10th gear now. And see, once I did that, the brake's not holding me as good. Because he's going so slow. He's got a better Jake brake than I do, or he's lighter. Come on, go a little bit faster, guy. There we go. I wanted it to kick down to 9th gear, and it did, so we're okay now. We want our gears and our Jake brake to hold us back, not the brakes. I remember as a little kid going over this with my dad when it wasn't a big giant freeway like this. It was just a winding road. It was still called the Grapevine even back then. This was in like 64, 65. And our family would be going up to Turlock, where my relatives lived. My Uncle John. So that yellow sign right there stands for is if you run out of your brakes and you're smoking your brakes, look at this guy coming. Woo! He'd be the kind that would get a ticket. I mean, he's the kind that I would want to get a ticket. Hopefully they wouldn't. I hate it when they get the guy that's just going like 6 miles an hour over or something. But that guy, he's probably going 50, I'd say. And you always feel a little bit more relief when you see the bottom, which I can see now. The fields of the San Joaquin Valley look like almost like a sea of green. There's our runaway truck ramp. Come on, fella, go. I'm not sure you can see the heat, but the engine's really hot. I mean, it's as hot as this engine gets. Still in 9th gear, as you can see. Oh, we got a real slow one up here. I don't know how we're going to deal with this guy. He must be heavy. Yeah, he's going to pass. I might too. I might go against my better judgment and pass because I don't want to do slower than 30. I wouldn't do this if we weren't so close to the bottom. And yeah, this guy he's just going way too slow, this blue and white truck. But he might have, you know, he probably has 45,000 pounds on there. I have seen guys get pulled over here and we're at the bottom, but I don't usually let it go yet. Although you do a little bit. Still holding it at 10th gear. RPMs are over 1500. All right, we're in the clear. We can go a whopping 55 now. And that's the Grapevine going north out of LA. You know now that if you have a Volvo with at least 38 or 40,000 pounds, you can rely on your Jake brake and you don't have to go down in manual.